Bookending your days with AM and PM routines are what all high performers do. Hello again, my friend. It's Todd Cetnar, your mental performance coach, and welcome back to the 3 Pillars of Elite Results podcast, episode 11, Physiology. And today we're going to talk about step 404 of the 4 fundamentals of optimal living. Now, if you've been listening, we talked about EMMS, eat, move, mindset. And today we're going to talk about sleep, but not just sleep in and of itself. We're going to talk about AM and PM routines. It's really, really imperative and critical for the success of your day to bookend your days with AM and PM routines. It's one of the most simple and effective ways to bring consistency to your life. Now, I'm going to give you some examples of my own that I've learned from high performers that has brought great value to me and in my life. At 9 p.m., the first thing that happens is there's an alarm that goes off on my cell phone, and it triggers me to begin to plan tomorrow tonight. I set the room temperature at 66 degrees. There's a lot of data that suggests you lower inflammation, get you into REM sleep, which is the rest and recovery phase. And also, getting the temperature at 66 degrees creates great latency, which means you'll fall asleep quicker versus tossing and turning the first 45 minutes to an hour. What I also do is set my clothes out for the next day, both work and work out. I set the coffee pot on a timer for 4:55 a.m. I'll tell you why I do that in a moment. And I also take PM vitamins. I plug in all of my technology, earbuds, iPhone, laptop, iPad, all that ready to go for tomorrow. I set my alarm on my watch and also a backup alarm on my alarm clock on my nightstand. Of course, I do all the brushing and flossing and all that good stuff. And ultimately, 9:30 lights out. Now, fast forward to the morning. I wake up at 5 a.m. All high performers are part of the 5 a.m. club. The more time you have to get after it, the more successful you'll be. And one of the reasons getting back to setting the coffee pot at 4:55 in the morning is because that gives me an edge. I know it takes a few minutes for that coffee to drip, but when my alarm goes off at 5 a.m., instead of me thinking, I have a couple more minutes before the coffee's ready, I might doze back off and not wake up till 6. But if I know that that coffee's already done and I can kind of smell it on my first floor master, I'm getting up and getting ready to grab some life juice, as I call it, and get after my morning, right? I make my bed because that creates the first momentum of the day. Again, do some hygiene stuff, brush the teeth, and so on and so forth. And then I do a few things. We talked about it last episode. I do some journaling, well, better, how. Some 6-8 breaths. I call Success Hotline to get my mind right? And I do some optimized reading or listening with an app created by Brian Johnson. We talked about this last episode. After that, I do a little bit of sweat before screens. That means before any laptop, any iPad, any television, I get out there and get a workout in because it's important to get your body right. It helps get your mind right and get focused for the day. And ultimately, I'll stretch, I'll shower, have some breakfast, morning vitamins, and by 8 a.m., I've done more in the last 11 hours than most people do in a week. This is what's learned and taught by the greatest and successful people on the planet, and I've incorporated that into my PMs and AM routines. So I hope that this has brought value to you guys today. Please have some sort of AM and PM routine to set yourself up for success. You use the AM routine to help you plan and prepare for success and to focus and set the tone on the rest of the day. You use the PM routine to reflect on a day, recognize areas of success and areas of improvement warranted, and do anything necessary to set yourself up for the very next day. That's what winners do, and you are a winner. Today is up to you. Take inspired action, and don't count the days, make the days count.